Hello, welcome back to Leap English Podcast.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here today.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Jake.
On this podcast, we help you practice real, everyday English.
Today, we're talking about how native speakers talk at work. This is very useful for your career.
If you enjoy our podcast, please subscribe and share with your friends.
Yes, it helps us a lot. Thank you. Now, let's begin.
So, Lily, are you ready for a day at work?
I'm ready.
Let's go to the office.
Good morning, Lily. How are you today?
Good morning, Jake. I'm good, thanks. A little sleepy, though. I stayed up late last night.
Another long night?
Yeah, I was preparing for today's presentation, but I'm ready now.
That's good. Well, let's get some coffee first.
Good idea. I can't start work without coffee.
Me too. Coffee is essential. So, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Another busy week ahead.
Yes, but we can do it one task at a time.
Right. So what's your plan for today?
I'll check my emails first, then work on the new project. You?
Same. I need to reply to some emails and prepare for our team meeting.
Perfect. You know, our listeners might not know how to greet people at work properly. Let's teach them.
Good idea. So, when you arrive at work in the morning, what do you say?
Usually I say good morning or just morning with the person's name. Morning, Lily.
That's right. And if someone asks, how are you? You can say, I'm good, thanks. Or, pretty good, how about you?
What if you're actually tired or stressed?
You can say, busy but good. Or, a bit tired, but I'm okay.
That's honest, but still positive. What about greetings in the afternoon?
In the afternoon, we usually say, hi or hey, followed by the person's name. Hi, Jake. Or, hey, Sarah.
And when you leave work?
You can say, have a good evening, or see you tomorrow, or just, bye, take care.
These are simple but very important phrases for work. Now, let's talk about small talk at work.
Small talk is important at work because it helps you build relationships with colleagues.
Exactly, but many English learners don't know what to say. They just say, hi, and walk away.
So, what are some good small talk topics for work?
The easiest topic is the weather. Everyone talks about weather. It's cold today, isn't it? Or, beautiful weather we're having.
That's true. Weather is always a safe topic. What else?
You can ask about the weekend. How was your weekend? Or, did you do anything fun this weekend?
And how do you answer?
You can say, it was good, thanks. I just relaxed at home. Or, pretty good. I went to see a movie.
What about asking about work?
You can say, how's your day going? Or, are you working on anything interesting?
Let me try. How's your day going, Lily?
It's going well, thanks. Just working on the presentation. How about you?
Busy, but good. I have a lot of emails to answer.
See? That was natural small talk. Short, friendly, and easy.
What if you want to keep the conversation going?
You can ask a follow-up question. What's the presentation about? Or, do you need any help with those emails?
That's helpful, but sometimes I don't have time for long conversations. How do I end small talk politely?
You can say, well, I should get back to work. Or, okay, I'll let you get back to it. Or, nice talking to you. See you later.
Perfect. Now let's practice. Pretend we meet at the coffee machine.
Okay. Hi, Jake.
Hey, Lily. How's your morning going?
Pretty good. Just getting my second coffee. How about you?
Same here. I have a meeting in 10 minutes, so I needed the energy.
Good luck with your meeting. I should get back to my desk.
Thanks. See you later.
That was perfect small talk. Natural and friendly.
Now let's move to something very important. Writing professional emails.
Emails are so important at work. Almost all business communication happens through email.
That's true, but many learners don't know how to write professional emails in English.
Let's start with greetings.
How do you begin an email?
For friendly emails to colleagues, I usually write hi, followed by their name. Hi, Sarah, or hi, John.
That's good for people you know well. What about more formal emails?
For formal emails, use Dear, followed by their title and name. Dear Mr. Smith, or Dear Ms. Johnson.
And if you don't know the person's name?
You can write Dear Sir or Madam, or To whom it may concern, but these are very formal.
It's always better to find the person's name if you can. What comes after the greeting?
After the greeting, start with a polite opening sentence. Something like, I hope you are well, or I hope you're having a good day.
Can you give me a complete example?
Sure. Hi, Anna. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask about the project timeline.
Perfect. That's friendly and professional. Now let's talk about the main message.
The main message should be clear and direct. Don't write long, complicated sentences.
Right. Get to the point quickly. What are some useful phrases?
You can say, I am writing to ask about, or I would like to know, or could you please tell me?
What if you need someone to do something?
Instead of saying, send me the file, which sounds rude, say, could you please send me the file? Or, would you mind sending me the file?
That's much more polite. What about could you please versus can you please?
Could you please is more polite than can you please. At work, always use could.
Good tip. What if you need to send an attachment?
You say, please find attached. For example, please find attached the monthly report.
Can you give me a complete email example?
Sure. Hi, Lisa. I hope you're doing well. Could you please send me the sales report by Friday? I've attached the template for your reference. Thanks. Jake.
That's perfect. Clear, polite, and professional.
Now let's talk about ending emails.
How do you end a professional email?
There are several ways. For friendly emails, you can say thanks, or thank you, or thanks a lot.
What about more formal emails?
For formal emails, use best regards, or kind regards, or sincerely.
Which one is most common?
Best regards is the most common in business emails. It's polite, but not too formal.
And then you write your name?
Yes. After the closing, skip a line and write your full name. Sometimes people add their job title and contact information too.
Can you show me a complete formal email?
Sure. Dear Mr. Chen, I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to inquire about the partnership proposal we discussed last week. Could you please share an update when you have time? Thank you for your attention to this matter. Best regards, Jake Anderson, Marketing Manager.
Excellent. That's very professional. What about follow-up emails?
Follow-up emails are important when someone doesn't reply to your first email.
How do you write a polite reminder?
You can say, just following up on my previous email, or I wanted to check if you had a chance to review my email.
That's not pushy, just polite.
Exactly. For example, hi Sarah, just following up on my email from last Tuesday. Could you please share an update when possible? Thanks. Jake.
Perfect. Now let's move to another important topic. Phone calls at work.
Phone calls can be scary for English learners, but with the right phrases, they become easier.
How do you answer the phone at work?
You can say, hello, this is Jake speaking, or good morning, Jake Anderson speaking.
What if you're calling someone else?
You introduce yourself first. Hi, this is Jake from marketing, or hello, my name is Jake, I'm calling about...
What if the person you need isn't available?
You can ask, is Sarah available? Or may I speak with Mr. Chen, please?
And if they're not there?
You can leave a message. Could I leave a message? Or would you please ask her to call me back?
What if you can't hear clearly?
Say, sorry, could you speak a bit louder? Or I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you repeat that?
How do you end a business call?
You can say, thank you for your time, or thanks for the information, or I'll talk to you soon.
Let's practice a quick phone call. You call me.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello, Lily speaking.
Hi, Lily. This is Jake from the sales department. Is this a good time to talk?
Yes, go ahead.
Great. I wanted to ask about the project deadline. Do you know when it is?
Yes, the deadline is next Friday.
Perfect. Thank you for the information.
No problem. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
That was a perfect professional phone call.
Now let's talk about meetings.
Meetings are an important part of work, but speaking in meetings can be intimidating.
What are some useful phrases for meetings?
When you want to share your opinion, you can say, I think, or in my opinion, or from my perspective.
What if you agree with someone?
You can say, I agree, or that's a good point, or I think you're right.
What if you disagree?
Be polite. Say, I see your point, but, or I understand, but I think, or that's interesting, however,
How do you ask for clarification?
you can say, could you explain that again? Or, I'm not sure I understand. Could you clarify? Or, what do you mean by...
What if you want to make a suggestion?
You can say, I suggest that we, or what if we, or how about...
Let's practice a mini meeting. I'll be the manager.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. Today we need to discuss the new marketing campaign. Lily, do you have any ideas?
Yes, I think we should focus on social media because our target audience is young people.
That's a good point. What platform do you suggest?
I suggest that we focus on Instagram and TikTok. They're very popular right now.
I agree. That makes sense. Does anyone have other suggestions?
I also think we should create short video content instead of long articles.
Interesting idea. That's worth considering.
That was a good meeting practice.
Now let's talk about some common workplace expressions.
There are many expressions native speakers use at work. Let's learn some important ones.
First expression, touch base. This means to contact someone briefly. Let's touch base next week means let's talk briefly next week.
Second expression, follow up. This means to check on something or continue a discussion. I'll follow up on that email means I'll check on that email.
Third expression, loop in. This means to include someone in a conversation or email. Let me loop in Sarah means let me include Sarah.
Fourth expression, heads up. This means to give someone advance notice. Just a heads up, the meeting time changed, means I want to inform you that the meeting time changed.
Fifth expression, on the same page. This means everyone understands and agrees. Are we all on the same page? Means, do we all understand and agree?
Sixth expression, reach out. This means to contact someone. Feel free to reach out if you have questions, means feel free to contact me if you have questions.
Let's practice using these expressions.
Okay. Hi, Jake. I wanted to touch base about the project. Are we on the same page about the deadline?
Yes, I think so. Let me loop in Sarah as well. I'll follow up with her this afternoon.
Great. Thanks for the heads up about the meeting change, by the way.
No problem. Feel free to reach out if you need anything else.
Perfect use of workplace expressions.
Sometimes you need help at work. How do you ask politely?
Never say, help me or do this for me. That sounds rude.
What should you say instead?
You can say, could you help me with this? Or, would you mind helping me? Or, do you have a moment to assist me?
What if you need someone to check your work?
Could you please review this when you have time? Or, would you mind taking a look at this?
And always remember to say thank you.
Yes, after someone helps you, say, "Thank you so much for your help." Or, "I really appreciate it." Or, "Thanks, that was very helpful."
Being polite is so important in professional English.
We used many useful workplace words today. Let's review some important ones.
First word, colleague. A colleague is someone you work with.
For example, Sarah is my colleague in the marketing department.
Or, I have lunch with my colleagues every Friday.
Next word, deadline. A deadline is the date or time when something must be finished.
For example, the project deadline is next Monday.
Or, I need to finish this report before the deadline.
Another word, clarify. Clarify means to make something clear or explain it better.
For example, could you clarify what you mean by that?
Or, let me clarify my previous email.
Next phrase, follow up. Follow up means to check on something or continue communication.
For example, I'll follow up with you next week.
Or, please follow up on that client's request.
Last word, attached. Attached means included with an email.
For example, please find attached the report.
Or, I've attached the files for your review.
These words are very useful for work.
So, Lily, we talked about so many useful workplace phrases today.
Yes, from greetings and small talk to emails, phone calls, and meetings.
The most important thing is to be polite, clear, and professional.
Exactly. You don't need perfect grammar. Just use these phrases and you'll sound natural.
Now we have a question for you.
Which phrase will you use at work tomorrow?
Will you practice email writing, small talk, or meeting expressions?
Write your answer in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
And if you found this episode helpful, please give it a like.
Don't forget to subscribe to Leap English Podcast. We make new lessons every week.
Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today.
These phrases will help you sound more professional and confident at work.
Keep practicing, and remember,
You're not just a learner.
you're becoming a speaker.
See you next time on Leap English Podcast.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.